Good morning, Scituate. My name is Tony Vignani. I'm Chairman of the Board of Selectmen with Jim Boudreau, the Town Administrator. It is May 11th, 2020, and this is our bi-weekly update for what's going on in the town during this pandemic season. I'm going to start off by saying, actually, I'm going to give myself a little breathing room. I'm going to start off by talking about annual town meeting to update everybody that the town moderator has changed the date from May to June 8th. So at this point in time, the annual town meeting is scheduled for June 8th. We highly expect that date to change again once the governor makes his announcement next Monday in terms of what the terms are, but I don't believe that we think that we'll be able to get a town meeting together and that many people together at one point at that time. I want to reiterate the information that we've passed along about the election. The town election is going to be held on June 13th. We highly recommend that everybody do absentee ballots, and it is posted on the town website under the clerk's section. But for just a quick overview, you have to go and request a ballot be mailed to you, and then once you get the ballot, you then cast your vote, and you can either cast your vote by mailing it back to town hall or drop it off at town hall. So it's a two-step process. Request the ballot, cast the ballot. On another note, I just want to update everybody that the Memorial Day Parade will not happen this year, so that is going to be canceled for this year. And then we have a Board of Selectmen meeting tomorrow night, and that is really, again, just doing critical business that needs to be done timely, and really no topics of really not public concern, but really public input are being discussed at those times. You can call in and participate over the phone, but anything that's kind of controversial or really needed input, we're going to hold those at a later time when people can attend. The two main topics that we're continuing to get out to everybody is social distancing and really trying to keep this at bay so that we can shorten the time period of this, and then also to support our local people that are feeling the brunt of this pain. I'll pass it over to Jim for some other announcements.
Yeah, I just want to clarify two quick things. On the voting, you can absentee vote or early vote. You have the two options.
Right.
And both forms are on the website, so you can get both of those. And on Memorial Day, we will not have the parade, but the flags will still go up. And Don Knapp will be at our meeting tomorrow night remotely. He'll talk about that. But all the veterans' graves will have flags on it for Memorial Day. We're not going to get past that. That will be done. COVID-19, actually a good weekend. Since Thursday, we've only had 2 additional cases. That brings us up to 89 cases. We had no cases on Thursday, 2 on Friday, and then none over the weekend. So that's very good news. Life Care Center now is up to 23 positive cases. They should have finished testing all their residents on Friday, so that number should go up again over the next couple of days, and then we should know what the total is at Life Care Center when all those tests come back. Again, as you talked about, Tony, social distancing and masks. It's a $300 fine if you don't. I think most people are doing a good job. I am concerned about some of the younger kids in town, mostly the teenagers. We do see them congregating around town. We've seen them playing basketball on some of the courts around town that we can't lock. They're not wearing masks. They're not social distancing. I know the data says that they are not susceptible to COVID-19. But what they need to be concerned about is they get exposed, they expose a parent, and maybe that parent exposes one of their grandparents or someone in their family that has a compromised immune system or other health condition. So you need to follow the rules. If we keep seeing it, then the police will start writing tickets. We don't want to, but please just follow the rules. Do your social distancing. If you can't social distance, wear a mask. I have been asked by a couple residents to let people know the rules of the road when they're out there. If you're walking on a street without a sidewalk, you walk towards the traffic. You ride your bicycle with traffic. People seem to be all over the place, and I've gotten a couple of calls on that, so I just want to let people remember that you walk against the traffic, you ride your bike with the traffic if you don't have a sidewalk. The marinas are scheduled to open right now for the 15th. The rules are in place. We've ordered signage. No gathering of groups of persons on the dock, just your family in the boat. Social distancing, keep your boats apart, no tying boats together. And we will be requiring people to wear masks when they're on the floats, piers, and in the public spaces. We will have hand sanitizer, and we will do a lot of extra sanitizing of all the gangways and the handhelds and things like that during the day. So that will be opening. We talk about how this is changing on a daily basis. Last week, we talked about plans to reopen the golf course, and I think as soon as we finished our taping, the governor reopened the golf courses. So Widows Walk is open. Tee time intervals are 15 minutes between tee times. You must remain in your car until 15 minutes before your tee time. All tee times and payments must be made remotely. There's no raking of the golf carts. There are no golf carts. There are no raking of the bunkers, no touching of the flag sticks, no sharing of clubs, social distancing on the golf course. But Widows Walk is open, and that's great. It has been crowded the last couple of days. I'm happy to see that people can get out and play some golf. Unfortunately, that means no more walking on the golf course. The golf course is not closed to walkers except for those carrying clubs. Finally, on the beach parking, as I mentioned last week, we will start enforcing the beach stickers on May 15th as opposed to our usual June 1st. That is to keep those from getting overcrowded. We want to make sure that we have social distancing at the beach. We had a discussion of that last week with Recreation, Board of Health, DPW, and the Police Department. Preparing for the summer. Right now, we have about 9 different plans in place, and we're going to wait and see what the governor comes out with next week, and then we'll start executing those plans. It will probably mean some reduced parking area at Peggotty, at Egypt Beach, and at Hummerock, just to keep the number of people that could park there and go to the beach down. The big issue for us this summer is going to be, how and when and what the rules are going to be, and then how we're going to enforce them. But our beaches are open, our parking lots are open, but starting next week, it will be by the permit only. That's what I have.
Great. Again, just get through this time period. We're following the rules that the state is setting, and we are of the feeling that the closer we pay attention to the rules, the shorter this time period will be. So, again, try and help our local merchants that are feeling the brunt of this, and try and social distance and wear a mask, and we're hoping that is going to shorten this period. Have a great day, and there'll be another one of these updates on Thursday.